Hello, I'm Ray Heron. You're watching Motorway NZ, and this is an Aprilia Tuono 660. It's funny, I seem to be riding more and more sporty bikes as the days go on. But of course I'm not going to be reviewing this bike. I'm just going to tell you some of the stats about it and then take you for a ride on it. But as you can see from the full colour TFT display, there's a fuel light on, so let's go and sort that issue first. Okay, this is the Aprilia Tuono 660, not the RS 660. What I found out recently, it seems that they're basically the same bike, but the RS 660 is a bit more racy. The Tuono 660 is what Aprilia calls its naked sport. Funny, it's still pretty much a fully faired bike, but it has a set of bars as opposed to clip-ons. So we are slightly more upright. I mean, if you're a clip-ons, you'd be here, which is a bit more hunched on my back, but still very racy. Powered by a parallel twin 649cc engine. It's a very racy position. My feet are high and back. My knees are very cramped in a good way, and the seat is rather high. I'd say the seat at a guess is about 8, maybe 850, 875. No, it won't be that high. Maybe 850 mil. It's just higher than I would expect, but when you're under motion, it's perfectly fine. 141 millimeter upside down forks up front, fully adjustable. Monoshock down back, fully adjustable. Otherwise, she's a racing machine derived from the RSV4 Tuono, the fast bikes that you see at Superbikes and stuff like that. 90 horsepower as well, which is pretty incredible, and what I understand is a learner approved motorcycle. It just wants to lean into the corners. It really does. It's a race bike. That's what it is. It reminds me of the R6, the Yamaha R6. Not necessarily beautifully comfortable and refined, just aggressive. And how fast can we make a 600cc bike go? This is a cool bike, man. I can see a van up there. I probably want to slow down because otherwise I'm going to catch him real fast. Alright, 50 kilometers an hour up this road. Woohoo! The revs get above 7,000 and she really takes off. That's not to say it hasn't got power below 7,000, but man, 7,000 revs is where it really comes to life. And now we're stuck behind the Toyota Alphard. It's got an exhaust tone to it as well. Listen. So we've got ABS and traction control. And I tell you what, if it wasn't for the traction control, the front wheel would not stay on the ground. It just wants to lift it any chance it gets. Let's talk about brakes now that we're going downhill. Front brake, pretty solid, absolutely. We've got Brembos on this bike. Rear brake, a little bit squidgy. Not much feeling. However, it's still in conjunction with the front brake, slows the bike quite nicely. So I'm not really complaining about that. Alright, here we go. Let's see what this thing can really do. Off camber corner. Tight. Some of these corners can really tighten up on you. Braking into the right hander. left-hander, tight, go around the hump, mini pothole I should say. Now I'm doing most of this in second gear, which means the revs aren't exactly as high as they could be, and the Aprilia Tuono 660 really likes to have its revs up above 6,000. I should probably do this in first gear, do you think? And then I'll be lifting the wheel out of every single corner. A little bit of arm pump, a little bit of hand pump after that. Okay, so this is the Aprilia Tuono 660, 649cc parallel twin engine, Brembo brakes front and rear, big brakes, nice colour scheme. I mean, this one's a little bit grubby, don't blame me, it's a loaner. But yeah, it's quite an angry looking bike, and I do like it. I like that fully feared thing. Even though, funnily enough, Aprilia say this is their naked. The RS660 is their fully feared thing. This is their naked, and you can tell by the handlebars all the way across, risers. We've got bar-mounted mirrors, but otherwise, as far as I can tell, this is a fully feared motorbike, and you can tell that it's really keen on some corners because some people have really leaned it over here. Not me. I'm not that way inclined. That way inclined? Yeah, we'll go with that. We've got LEDs all around. We've got daylight running lights. We've got cruise control, drive-by-wire. Still got a cable clutch. It is what it is. It's a road legal race bike that you can ride on a learner license. Right, let's do some more Ks. Check this out. Oh yeah, she's pretty angry. But you know, a lot of people, yeah, they're going to go and take this canyon carving on the weekends. But they're probably also going to ride it on the motorway. So I suppose we should go and see what its motorway manners are like. You get this thing into the twisties and you know what it's really missing? It's missing a quick shifter. It needs a quick shifter. Otherwise you're rev matching or clutching the whole time. This thing would be so much quicker. And you'd be able to get it into the perfect revs for the corner so much faster if it had a quick shifter. Now we got rider modes. I got a button here, dynamic, individual, which is something you set up yourself, and commute. And commute is what it is, you know, it's nice. It's going to mop your brow. I don't have a rain mode, so to speak. Does that mean this bike doesn't do well in the rain? Man, this thing has legs though. Like, if you ride it like an MT-07 or a Tenere 700 or something, you're only using half the revs. The red line goes up to 11 and a half. Generally, I'm revving it out to maybe 7. This thing would be incredibly rapid off the line. To be fair, as fun as it is, it's too much for the road. You can ride it nicely. You can ride it like a city bike, but she really wants to be revved out. She wants to be spanked on the track. And how much fun would this be on the track? A lot. How long would your license last though? That's the thing. If I'm honest though, it does feel like a little bit of a compromise. Like, slightly more upright RS660. I think I'd prefer the RS660. More focused bike. Oh, yep. Toot toot the horn. Can we cruise control? How do I cruise control? There we go. Yep. Set. Alright, can't work it out. Yeah, one downside to these Italian bikes is the electronics are a little bit confusing. Not all Italian bikes, but I've never come across an Aprilia that I've found incredibly intuitive. Maybe it's the speed at which I have to put the cruise control on. It's pretty well balanced though. Like, it's pretty stable, especially in corners. Corners and slow speed stuff. I mean, it's not the most agile. It hasn't got a hell of a lot of turning circle, but it does. Oops. Uh-oh. There we go. Here we go. I'm gonna go down real slow here. There you go. Look at that. Alright, let's get it on the motorway, check out its modern bay manners, and then get it back for some beautiful close-ups, and that'll be the video. Oh, I'm an Aprilia Tuono and I want to be spanked. I've been a bad bike. A bad bike. Whee. At these kind of speeds though, the suspension is rather compliant. The seat is pretty comfortable. I'm not getting uncomfortable in the rear end in the slightest. Right, motorways, here we go. Oh, it needs a quick shifter. It really does. Okay, so the wind is hitting me right in the middle of the chest, just below the neck, right there. That's where the wind is, right there. So the little wind deflector at the front, it's doing alright. It's not a cruiser, is it, right? But it's good enough. Yeah, very comfortable, very stable, very stable. I could go no hands, look. Very stable. Give me cruise control and this thing will... Can I do cruise control now? Can I not? No. Don't know. Need to read the book on that one. It's lovely and linear to lean into the corner. Alright, let's do some engine braking. Here we go. 100 k's and go. Oh, 90 kilometers an hour in first gear. Oh, okay. I think the weather's better south from here, actually. Should we go up the hill? Yeah, we'll go up the hill. Push, it's windy up here. Better not be wet up here. Not in the mood to get wet. Yeah, that's about as far up the hill we go, because I just remembered they've put all those wire medium barriers in, so you can't turn around. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh yeah, she gets off her bum. And that's a commute mode, which is like the slightly neutered mode. Kind of like this bike. I couldn't own one. I could not own one because I would not keep my license. But I beat you, this thing absolutely loves a cornery, twisty mountain road. Oh, the rear end is really comfortable. Alright, let's get on the motorway. Brake lever's in the perfect position for one finger braking. Woo-hoo-hoo! She takes off when you get it above 7,000 revs. It really goes. Okay. I suppose that's the difference between the RS660 and the Tuono 660. Being slightly higher, the bars, means I can do head checks a lot easier. I'm not hunched over trying to look past my body. I'm upright a bit more, and yeah, I'm getting a bit more of that wind in the face, but I can see more. It's more comfortable. It is a very comfortable bike. For a sport bike, it's probably one of the more comfortable ones I've sat on recently. Can we stand up? Oh yeah, we can. My head's out past the front wheel, but we can stand up. Alright, does it lane split? Probably not going to get a chance to. Yeah, lane splits. Tell you what, the Aprilia Tuono 660 is it's a bloomin' good bike. You don't see many of them on the road, so it's a bit unique, a bit special, a little bit exotic. It's something that your mates are not going to have. Your mates are probably all rocking around on R7s and stuff like that, where this is just a bit special. And for that reason, I think it's going to be maybe one of the most fun, most cool bikes I've ridden recently. It can be ridden nicely. It can be nice to you. It can be comfortable. Yet, it's also a little bit special. Right, that's it. That is my wee ride on the Aprilia Tuono 660. Thank you so much for watching. Got any questions? Chuck them in the comments box below. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Come along for the ride because there's plenty more fun stuff to be done right here on Moto NZ. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Hooroo!